Look around right now. What do you see? Endless ads pushing products with slick promises. Buy this, feel good, do the right thing. But deep down, you're screaming inside, does any of this really matter? Is any of it real? The ethical consumer movement, the idea that choosing right products can change the world, sounds beautiful, feels like hope. But it also gnaws at you with frustration, doesn't it? Because the problems you're trying to solve don't disappear when a box says eco-friendly or fair trade. You watch as founders launch social enterprises, investors back neat ideas, yet the system keeps grinding, slowly, mercilessly, crushing good intentions under bureaucracy, greenwashing, and empty gestures. The truth? The real value of ethical consumer movements isn't in a label or a checkbox. It's a battlefield where your passion runs into reality, a battlefield most aren't ready for. But you have to win it. Here's the brutal fact. The moment you rely only on consumers choosing right, you hand over the power to a broken, manipulated market. Trusting that all it takes is awareness, a compelling story, or a trendy campaign is naive. And it costs lives, resources, trust. It's a trap disguised as progress. Ethical consumerism, left alone, is a whisper in a hurricane of cheap labor, planned obsolescence, and corporate greed. You know what you must do? Stop waiting for consumers to change the world. Start making social enterprises that don't just ride the wave, but reshape the ocean itself. This is where frustration turns into fuel. Listen, the real value emerges when social enterprises become lighthouses that no longer just sell ethics, but forge ethics into the very core of their business. Not just philanthropy on the side, not just a green paint job, but beating living organs driving every decision. This means cut through the noise with radical transparency. Don't just say you're ethical, prove it with open books, traceable supply chains, and forced accountability. Make every pound, every cent traceable. Let your community in, flaws and all, because the world is starving for truth, not polished tales. The second you refuse to hide, the more powerful your movement becomes. But that's just the start. Stop thinking of ethical consumerism as a niche market or a soft option. Harness the building power buried inside your network. Founders, investors, leaders who refuse compromise. Don't seek the mass. Seek the few who burn with purpose. Connect these rare minds fiercely and directly. This network is your true weapon. Not marketing gimmicks or viral campaigns. Your strength lies in brutal collaboration and relentless execution. Build platforms that don't just link people, but forge symbiotic partnerships where every venture reinforces the other like steel beams in a skyscraper. Ask yourself, who are the 10 people right now that will make my mission unstoppable? Find them. Build that alliance. Then expand it, but keep it sharp, focused, ruthless. Here's the game changer. Ethical consumer movements won't win if they don't smash old systems and build new ones. Stop pleading for reforms or pats on the back. Demand a rewrite of the rules. Your rules. Use capitalism not as a cage, but as a catapult. Seek funding from investors who don't just want returns, but activation. Those who pour capital into ventures designed to disrupt, to destabilize exploitative markets, to force new standards. Then force every social enterprise you touch to hit visibility, scale, and measurable impact. Not next year, not maybe, right now. Build incentives so powerful that no one can resist joining this new reality. Stop tolerating intermediaries who drain passion and hustle. Social enterprises must own their stories, own their customers, own their supply chains. This is where most fail. They remain dependent on systems that do not deserve loyalty. You must break your enterprise free of these endless dependencies. Own more. Control more. When you own your story, your resources, and your destiny, the ethical consumer stops being a nice ideal and becomes a movement that shifts power from market giants to real people. Here's another brutal truth. Ethical consumers aren't saints. They're human, conflicted, distracted, carrying their own guilt and frustration. Don't expect miracles from them. Expect connection. Make it easy for them to join your mission daily, not once when shopping, but in their habits, their beliefs, their actions. Build enterprises with relentless community engagement, with constant feedback loops that actually respond in real time to customer voices. Don't just tell your community what you're doing, invite them to co-create it. Fail openly, adapt together, celebrate real wins together. This unlocks loyalty that no price discount ever will. And please, stop worshipping the self as an isolated hero or the market as an all-powerful force. The madness we've been living is because too many see themselves as passive consumers, trapped by their own illusions. Instead, build enterprises that empower individuals to become creators, leaders, founders. Train your teams and communities not just to buy, but to become builders who remake broken systems with their hands every day. This is how the movement scales exponentially, from inside out, from human to human, from soul to soul. This is your call. Tear down illusions planted by old systems that sold false freedom and hollow comfort. Embrace the raw power of autonomous networks where founders, investors, leaders combine their fuel into a blazing fire of real change. Demand more from every dollar, every connection, every venture. Build not just ethical consumption, but ethical revolution. Act with ruthless precision, radical transparency, deep collaboration, ownership of processes, community-driven evolution, relentless activation of individuals. Don't settle for small wins disguised as progress. Don't wait for others to catch up. Run ahead, pull others forward, break barriers with every step. This is war against a broken, lazy market that prefers comfort and mediocrity over real impact. Be fiercely uncomfortable. Be unyielding. Capture the outsized power that comes when a few fearless, deeply connected leaders say, enough. Build social enterprises that live and breathe the change. Leaders who push beyond profit to meaning. Investors who fund futures. Communities that fight for survival and rebirth. Remember, this doesn't reward the many, not the quiet, the compliant, the bystanders. It's for the few who ignite fire inside and refuse to stop until the system bends, shifts, breaks, and remakes itself for good. The few who don't just want to survive, but become, who shape reality instead of being shaped by it. Feel that tension inside? That unbearable hunger for something real, something lasting? That's your power. Use it. Now. Nothing will stop you if you choose to rise, connect, build, and fight, not for comfort, but for transformation. The real value of ethical consumer movements, it's in the revolution you make happen when you turn consumers into creators, ideas into action, and passion into unstoppable networks of change. Don't blink. Don't slow down. Keep watching. Keep building. The future isn't given. It's seized with every relentless move you make.